Call it? Did I ever call it? They are going to try to cover up for the negligence, um, not stopping this guy, and also try to cover up for this fucking young black thug. Okay, because he is the son of Rampage Jackson, a former UFC champion and a pretty popular guy in the MMA world. So they're already coming out the woodworks. They're getting their little soldiers together to come and help them. And one of them, I fucking absolutely despise this guy now. Sean Strickland, a guy I used to love, a guy I used to think was a man's man who called shit like it was, and then he just became a pure entertainer. Okay, he is a fake, a fraud, a phony. Uh, yeah. What's the saying of Hulk Hogan? A fake, a phony, a rice-a-roni jabroni. That's what this fucking guy is. He is a fraud. He is a hypocrite, and he is a piece of shit for this now. Dude, I'm so glad Dricus du Plessis fucked his ass up. I'm so glad he did it. You don't deserve to be our champion. And you don't represent us, dude. You don't represent everybody. Yes, this guy here, okay, he speaks about a little bit. Let's dive into a little bit about his past. He admits this. He used to be, he used to be what you call a neo-Nazi. He used to be into that kind of stuff when he was younger. He had an abusive father, and he had a lot of rage in him. And he was like in and out of, let's say, probably juvenile detention centers because he was young, a teenager at that time. Well, this guy is 25 years old. He's a grown man, okay? Sean Strickland is talking, he had problems when he was a teenager, like most people. But like most people do when they're 25, they grow up, they fucking have a job, doesn't mean you're perfect, doesn't mean you're stable mentally or financially, or actually this guy is financially stable because of his dad, okay? And I have to give his dad props because no, I don't. He's not one of the fucking pioneers of MMA. He's not. Actually, he piggybacked off of Chuck Liddell's success and legacy. That's how he became famous, because he beat the great Chuck Liddell. After Chuck Liddell, if you don't know Chuck Liddell's story, he had many concussions. They were just UFC. He was he blew the market wide open for the UFC organization, and Chuck Liddell made them so much money that they just ran this guy to the ground. They worked him to the fucking dirt, nonstop. Chuck Liddell, Chuck Liddell, Chuck Liddell, and yes, I mean, and eventually he just got old, man, and then Rampage Jackson came along, beat him, and then he got beat by Cain Velasquez, and he got beat by several. He just never really won after that. He fell off, man. Father Time caught up with him. I think he working him caught up with him, and several concussions, and he wasn't the same anymore. He wasn't in his prime anymore, basically. But anyways, but everybody loved this guy's dad in the MMA world, Rampage, and so they're trying to make excuses for this guy. The MMA community is trying to back him up. Some of them, not all of them. Actually, shout out to Kevin Smith. Actually, one black guy who I think he's mixed, very light-skinned dude. So he probably has a higher IQ than obviously the Rampage Jackson, because when he talks, he just fucking sounds like he doesn't have many brain cells. And obviously, his son doesn't. The apple doesn't fall too far from the fucking tree, because this dude is fucking just completely, just fucking. I can't say the word. Y'all know I can't say what I want to say. So I'm fucking stuttering and sputtering my words because of YouTube over here. Fucking these rabbi baby dick suckers. Yes, that's true. Rabbis suck baby dicks, if you didn't know that, after they circumcise them. Isn't that fucking sick? That's some kind of one of their traditions. So look, this isn't like, my channel is not some hit piece just against black folks, if that's what you're thinking. Because it's not. This is just me standing up for victims of different people, black people, now the transgender community. Some guy tried to attack me on one of uh, my friends here on YouTube, another YouTuber. He's trying to attack me in the comment section by saying, pointing out that we're being selective about who we talk about. We're being selective because these people are committing crimes, and it's at a disproportionately violent crimes, and they've been doing it for a long time. And now we're speaking up for our people and other victims because we're tired of it. Most of the world is tired of it. The Asians and the Hispanics are too. And I'm sure they'll come along at some point and start talking about it too. Actually, there is an Asian guy. I forget his name. He's very popular. He makes a lot of videos. Damn it, I forget his name. He is, I don't know if he's Chinese or whatever. But he's a Chinese American or Asian American, okay? And he has a very successful channel, and he talks about them all the time. Because they know. Everybody knows. It's not a fucking secret. And like the blacks and the probably liberals that come on my channel and hit the dislike button and watch it, they don't leave a comment because they know they cannot argue with what I'm saying. They know it's true. They know what I'm saying is true. You know what I'm saying is true. That's why they won't combat me on none of these issues. You get these little kids on there to get on there and then try to say, well, you're being selective. You're only talking about the blacks. Yes, because that's what I choose to talk about, because they're the biggest problem right now. And this one guy, like I said, on another YouTuber's channel, in the comment section, he tried to attack me by saying that we're being selective. And then he posted a link today to a shooting that happened, a mass shooting. Okay, good. I'm glad he showed me that video because the shooting was a transgender. That's another people we have a problem with in America. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm linking all these people up. Blacks, transgenders, and radical Muslims. The world would be better off without them. And the baby dick suckers, okay? Now, listen, I have nothing against the normal practicing Jews. I'm not down with all this Jew hate, okay? I'm really not. I think it's a little bit much. It's a little bit overboard. I think Seamus Spurg was actually on point when he was talking about him because he was actually making some valid points about him. But them as a whole, just being a Jew, does not make them. I don't think they're fucking evil. I mean, I don't know enough of them. I don't know enough of them to make that call. I just know that the elites, the ones who are elites, and the ones who are giving us problems, and the ones who are guiding their little minions, the blacks, I just know that they are so-called Jews. The synagogue of Satan is actually who they are. And they have a lot of power and a lot of money. Now, just the normal Jews that live in New York or wherever they live, I don't know, that probably don't even practice it, don't even practice Judaism. They're just a Jew because they're born into a Jewish family. I have nothing against you, unless you are part of that fucking synagogue of Satan, okay? Now, here's what we all can agree on, is that these people are the biggest problem and the biggest threat to America, to a civilized America, to a civil society. Angry blacks, okay? And not all, right? But it's not all of them, but it's always them. And that's the problem. And I know this firsthand from experience. And now you got Sean Strickland. He's trying to make up for his past, okay? And he's trying to look out for another MMA guy because he got in trouble here not too long ago. He got suspended for doing something stupid, and it wasn't nothing near to what this guy did, okay? You can look up the video of Sean Strickland, of the footage of him getting suspended. He jumps in the ring because some guy was talking shit, and he throws some little tippy-tap punches on the guy, and he got suspended. Okay, but it was nothing like this, and it was not an MMA fight. It had nothing. This had nothing to do with MMA. This was a wrestling competition, and this was, he almost murdered the guy. I basically did murder the guy. The guy just fucking, he's tough as fucking nails. He took like over 20 something unanswered punches to the head. I'm surprised it took people so long to get in there, but they probably thought it was part of the act because the referee was even counting 1, 2, 3. They thought this guy was in on the act, and that's how these people are. They that's what they do. No more excuses for them, guys. You got to stop making excuses for them. And Sean, what a fucking disgrace. But let me go ahead and read this article just so y'all can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, y'all already know the story. Jackson jumped in the ring, interrupted a wrestling match before flooring wrestler Syco Stu to the ground with a body slam. Then he uploaded close to 20 punches. It was more. I counted on the last video I posted. Go watch it. 20 punches on the already unconscious independent wrestler who laid motionless as the punches continued. He probably already had a concussion from the slam, okay? And all of these punches after that, dude, whew, I mean, if you watch MMA, this guy would have got tackled if this was a UFC fight. He would have got tackled by the ref. Okay, the Los Angeles Police Department are now investigating the incident. Okay? This guy is not being arrested. They're investigating. And Jackson could face criminal punishment. Let's make sure he does. But former UFC champion Sean Strickland, who is currently serving a 6-month suspension for his own attack this year, okay, that compares nothing. Dude, two incidents that were night and day. The incident he did was laughable, and I actually think it was a staged performance. I think Sean Strickland, he does a lot of things for clout, similar to the McGregor and Islam Makhachev thing with the chair through the bus. It's all for entertainment and show. This was not. Okay? Don't let them fool you. Don't let these motherfuckers like the Mexican chainsaw guy. If you don't know who he is, I got to show you him. Don't let these motherfuckers fool you. He said it in different words. Don't let these mother effing ninjas fool you. And that guy went to jail. A Mexican dude down in South Texas. This was during the BLM riots. He was trying to salvage his business, and he used a chainsaw to scare people off, and he went to fucking jail. Not for long. But we support you, Chainsaw Mexican. Keep living. Keep doing what you're doing, buddy. Okay. But former UFC champion Strickland, who is currently serving for attack this year, believes jail time is not the adequate punishment. Okay, so now Judge Sean Strickland is going to tell you what he thinks should happen to this fucking murderer right here. He said when interacting with a fan on social media, Jackson's kid shouldn't go to jail. Prison should always be a last resort. In somewhat manner, I agree. I don't agree with people going to prison for years for little bags of marijuana or stupid shit like that, or just just there's certain things that are just embarrassing that the judges do in the United States, because like these murderers will only get like 10 years while some dude is sitting in jail for 40, 50 years for something stupid like weed or caught up in some kind of scandal, sex scandals and things like that. Just stupid shit. Okay. But here he goes to say, I was arrested at 19 for 2 felony A GBIs, great bodily injuries. Okay, so that means he hurt some people, okay? He was 19 years old, okay? I would have spent 5 to 6 years in prison if the DA had it this way. Now, we don't know, we're not quite sure what state, I don't know what state this was in, where he's from, and how bad the injuries were, or if he started the fights. We don't know all this. We don't know all of this, okay? It could have been a scuffle. I've been in fights where I fucked somebody up, and when you fuck somebody up, you're always the bad guy. You're always the bad guy. If you're with a woman, your woman could sit there in the United States and beat the shit out of you, and if you leave a bruise on her, you're going to fucking jail. That's how pathetic our fucking judicial system is. And it needs to change. And it won't change unless we speak up about it, okay? And do something about it, and vote, and sign petitions. That's what we have to do. Okay. Continuing. After 6 years in a cell, okay, so I would have spent 5 to 6 years in a prison if the DA had its way. After years in a cell, coming out with nothing, being indoctrinated with gangs and violence, I guarantee I would have killed somebody. How does he know that? So he's saying if he would have went to prison, he would have came out and killed somebody. Dude, I know a lot of people that have went to prison, came out straight laced, made a comeback, man, hell of a comeback. I have two of my best friends that were knuckleheads growing up and made some bad decisions. Both of them are doing very well, straight laced. Um, one is a one works at the church. Um, he's a very loving, giving person, and God has just blessed him tremendously. Um, he's done a lot for his community. The other guy, he's doing good. He's married. Um, Off the drugs, off all the shit, man, and he's doing good. He recovered. And both of them said prison taught them a lesson. They don't never want to fucking go back again. They don't never want to go back. So Sean, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. And I'm gonna explain to you more as we dive into his stupid rambling here, because that's all he does is ramble now. Guys. Guys. That's how he fucking sounds. There was one time this guy telling me about how he picked up a murder charge, and I remembered being impressed by him. That would have been my future. Instead, I pled and took 100 days of jail or work release, a ton of anger management, and a decent amount of victim restitution. I'm sorry, I just can't sound as retarded as him. Um, so he pled. Okay, yeah, you get plea bargains whenever you assault people or you get DWIs or most crimes. Depends. Okay, and I believe in that kind of system, but it depends. What this guy did was outlandish. It was fucking crazy, man. A ton of anger management and a decent amount of victim restitution. Okay, but people go to prison and they still do this too. Doesn't mean uh, no, homeboy needs to sit in a fucking cell for a very long time, I think. I disagree, Sean. Um, After a miserable 2 years of court, luckily a lawyer took my case for free because I didn't have a dollar to my name. And I don't believe Sean Strickland at all. I don't believe this changed him. I believe getting into the UFC changed him. It changed his life. He was able to unleash all that anger that he had, and finally he became popular, and he just kind of let shit go. That's what I believe. Honestly, believe that. Okay, back to him. Bottom line, guys, is it's not about the person in prison. It's about who they become when they're out of prison. And I believe if I wasn't offered that deal, I would be dead today. And more than likely would have resulted in someone else's death as well. Okay, but look, the problem is this guy is too late for that. He already, I would say, literally killed this guy. He flatlined twice in the hospital. He will never be the same again. Okay, and the way it went down, it was fucked up. It's not like this guy was attacking him. This would be a totally different story if this was self-defense. It's not. This was a premeditated murder. If they wouldn't have stopped him, this guy would be fucking dead. Okay? Here's back to fucking bumbling Strickland. My 2 cents. Rehabilitation over prison always. In my case, I was sued and had to pay victim restitution. Can this guy give this guy enough money for the brain damage he caused? We don't know everything yet. How he's gonna have to get CAT scans and stuff. He'll probably have damage. God, I don't want to speak this over to this man, but he could possibly have severe issues the rest of his life. Nerve damage. Who knows? Thank God he's a tough son of a bitch. Or this guy would have caught a murder case if this could have been somebody else. Like several of them have, sitting there sucker punching old people. Yeah, you could go. There's videos of them sucker punching some old Asian ladies, some old white guys, pushing old ladies down. Yeah, all the time. Y'all don't see this on the news. Y'all never see this on the mainstream news, but there's millions of these cases, and that's you little fucking troll who was trying to talk about being selective. That's because these happen every day, all the fucking time, all the time. Okay, and some transgender shooting up the fucking place. Yeah, it's starting to get more common too, and we're starting to see a trend here with those people, and I'll talk about that too. But I'm gonna deal with this first because it's my channel, and that's what the fuck I want to do. Because I don't deal with a lot of transgender people. I don't have to worry about them. Matter of fact, I don't have to worry about these fucking people either. But I know that other people do more and more and more and more. And the transgender shit, that needs to be reconciled with too. Okay. What led to? Okay, now we're gonna see what this is. This is some news. This is some sports news. News reporter right here. That's reporting on this. So he's saying what led to Rajah Jackson's brutal attack on Syco Stu. Jackson was present at the Knox Pro Wrestling event where he had met Smith outside previously. Showed y'all that in the video before. The pair had been caught on camera embroiled in an argument. Okay, the argument before Smith slammed a beer on the side of Jackson's head. Okay, there's no evidence of them being embroiled in an argument before. The argument happened after the beer can happened, the beer smash. Okay, the guy bowed up to him, and if you can watch, go back and watch my video, and I'm going to show you how this is bullshit. That Syco Stu thought that this punk right here was out there. He was out there streaming, and he thought he was part of the gig, or they were trying to. He was improvising. Okay, go watch my video. I'm not going to go over all of that shit again. Go watch my video on that. Okay. Now, after he slammed a beer on Jackson's head, speculation suggests that the can was modified for event purposes, but it has yet been to be clarified. Modified as in, it was like I said on the last video, they could poke a little hole in it or something like that where it doesn't leak too much, but it smashes easier, right? That's what they do. Or sometimes the cans are just, they may have cans that just smash real easy. And like I said, it didn't hurt Rajah at all. Like, it didn't cut him, it didn't hurt him, didn't do nothing but hurt his feelings. And you'll just have to go watch my video for that. Jackson was left agitated by the slam, and as resulted, lashed out in seemingly premeditated clash. Yes, premeditated. Okay, got this part right. Clash. It's the choice of words. It's just what bothers me. Was then left agitated by this. Jackson was then left agitated by the slam. Wait, hold on. Okay, so they're saying Rajah, was then left agitated by the slam. He never got slammed. If you're talking about the beer can, yes. See, this is terrible. Whoever wrote this fucking sucks at their job. Dude, if y'all need reporters, Talk Sport, hire me. I'll fucking write some shit. Let me write this fucking report for you. This dude can't even spell. This dude doesn't even make, he doesn't even make sense. Okay? He's probably a DEI hire. Look at this, how he spelled wit. What did he spell? Wit? Somewhere up there. Earlier in the video, yeah, fucking wit. Can't even spell wit. You know, that's how they talk. Dat. Do, dad, do, da, do, da, but, do. Okay. Left agitated by the slam. Be more specific. By the beer smashed on his, on top of his head. Over, not on top of his head, but over his head. Okay. Specifics, man. Specifics. UFC icon Jackson has come out and apologized on behalf of his son, having seen the footage. Okay, and what? And what? But he also revealed he was deeply concerned for his son's health, with the younger Jackson having been concussed in sparring. Here we go! Like I told you, they're going to try to cover this shit up. Now they're going to try to say he was concussed in sparring, and this is why he did it. Look, I've been jumped by these pack of hyenas before, and I don't know. I don't think I've ever been concussed. Maybe one time one guy cheap shotted me in the back of the head real hard when I was a teenager after getting jumped, after beating one of their asses. Yeah, of course they fucking jumped me. Um, and one cheap shot at me in the back of the head, like running, like he ran up full speed while I was walking, getting away from the fucking uh, the all the calamity. Um, but yeah, so I probably received something like that before. So I want reparations. By the way, I want fucking reparations from blacks. I do. I want it. I'm going to go ahead and say that I've been concussed. I have. I'm going to say that I have been concussed. I have brain damage from that. Time for them to pay up. Time for them to pay reparations. Okay. Smith. Okay. Smith has now declared as being in a stable condition in a hospital. Okay. Stable condition. How stable is that? A little bit vague here. And Jackson has delivered thoughts and prayers to the injured wrestler who will continue his recovery. Okay. Is that it? Yep. So that's what they're trying to do. As you can see, they're going to try to. They're already trying to get one of their associates, workers, because Sean Strickland, he has a contract for the UFC, as did Rampage Jackson. So you have to look at it this way: they are in the same. These UFC fighters, they see each other as family, okay? And they're also like I said, they're under a contract with UFC, Dana White, and this is damage control, so they will use whoever they need to. And Sean Strickland is, yeah, you obviously was the best choice because he don't mind rambling like a fucking idiot, and he's also gotten in a little trouble in his life, okay? And Sean Strickland knows this is fucked up, knows it's wrong. And if he doesn't, then maybe he needs to get his fucking head checked. I think maybe Sean Strickland needs to get his head checked. Damn, Dricus du Plessis must have fucked you up, son. He must have fucked you up, son. Big time. Big time. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for now. Just wanted to touch up on that. Just if you're a Sean Strickland fan, this is who he is now. He has become a fucking joke. A fucking joke, dude. I used to root for this guy. I did. I was even rooting for him when he was fighting Dricus du Plessis. I wanted, but it didn't matter. If Dricus won, then I was okay, and I think he won the first fight. I still believe that. Um, but no, you know what? Now I'm glad Dricus came back and whooped his ass, and yeah, fucking ridiculous, dude. And what's funny is you had this fucking this black guy in the UFC, Adesanya, sitting there fucking calling Dricus du Plessis a cracker. He got, it's okay for them to be racist against these white fighters. But you see this? He's gonna pander to the blacks. He's gonna pander to the fucking blacks, dude. And that's what they all do. They all pander to the blacks. You know, we have to babysit these motherfuckers. They're like toddlers. Even when they're fucking old. Dude, even when they're 50 fucking 60 years old, they're like fucking toddlers. They're still wearing fucking braids in their hair, wearing Jordans and sagging their pants, looking like fucking clowns. Still trying to be a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Look at them hoes. Where them hoes at? Alright, guys. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. Love you guys. Stay safe out there. Slayer Nukes loves you. Let's stay connected and like, subscribe. And if you're new here, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss. They are trying to snuff my algorithm, or they are doing that. Yes, my videos do not get a lot of exposure, and probably for certain reasons. Yeah, probably because I'm a little bit too too real on this fucking channel, I guess. I don't know, because I've had a strike already on a video for saying a word, not using a racial slur, but saying it the way they do in their rap music. I got a good video taken down just for using the word the way they use it, not with the hard R, and it's fucking so stupid. So stupid. We don't have free speech, guys. Remember that. And remember, this guy right here, he might get off with this. And there's a petition out there that you can sign to make sure he goes to prison. And this guy here needs, he needs to press, the police, they're saying he needs to press charges. And I think they're trying to talk him out of pressing charges against this guy. And this guy seems like he has a good heart, and he probably won't do it. But that does not mean the police, the DA, does not have to. The DA can still fucking charge this guy with attempted murder. They can still do it. And he fucking deserves it, piece of shit. Slayer, I'm out.